Dear Colin, is there a recent trend in sports that you just can't wrap your arms around? Yes, thanks for asking, and I saw it again this week. We all understand that athletes are physically men, big and strong, but I'm continually reminded that emotionally they're just kids. Deebo Samuel, Niners wide receiver / running back / Mr. Do Everything, joined a disturbing trend this week when he pulled off his social media anything to do with the 49ers. Oh, brother, grow up. Listen, I get it if you work for an insurance company and you get fired after 25 years and you race to your social media to take, State Farm off your bio. But running to your social media, Deebo Samuel, Kyler Murray, or whoever, because contract negotiations have a brief hiccup or you don't get exactly what you want is really embarrassing. They're called contract negotiations for a reason. I've been through 12. You don't get everything you want. Dear Colin, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver acknowledged stars aren't playing enough, but admitted he doesn't know how to fix it. Do you? Listen, you shouldn't need to be incentivized to play a game of basketball if you're already making $35 million a year. But since apparently you have to, how about this? You can't qualify for any of the season awards, including All-NBA, if you don't play 90% of the games. Remember, players often have bonuses tied to scoring titles, All-NBA awards, All-Star appearances. How about you can't get into any of them, even the All-Star game, the three-point shooting contest, any of them, without playing 90% of the games on the schedule in either the first half or the entire season. Listen, it shouldn't take this, but in a league that's always been player-driven, labor-driven, over management-driven, we might need to do it. Dear Colin, announcer Greg Gumbel says he doesn't think fans tune into games because a certain announcer is doing it. And he thinks the only thing announcers can do is turn people off a game, not onto it. What's your thoughts? Listen, I don't begrudge any announcer or any American for making as much money as they can. I've said this before. I'll vote liberal or Republican. Democrat, conservative, it doesn't matter to me. But if you demonize wealth, I'm out. I'll never vote for Bernie Sanders. I can't believe, as an American who's done well, I'm one of the biggest problems in America. So I'm not against anybody making as much as they can and upward mobility. But I look at play-by-play announcers and football, basketball, baseball analysts like I do Thanksgiving. I'm going to celebrate it whether or not I have the meal catered or grandma makes her lumpy mashed potatoes and dries out the turkey. I'm going to celebrate it either way. I'll enjoy it more if it's catered or the chef is great or my wife is cooking it. But even if she's not, or it's not catered, or it's not perfect, I'm still going to eat turkey, mashed potatoes, dressing, and enjoy Thanksgiving. Announcers are paid to elevate something we're already going to watch. Now, in the opinion space, it's different. Sean Hannity or Rachel Maddow, they take a night off, 30% of their audience evaporates. Opinionists drive a rating. Announcers aren't really part of the rating, but they do enhance an experience in a game or an event. And if they get into a bidding war and they win it and they move to another company and make a fortune, it's America. Good for them. Dear Colin, LeBron said he would like to play with Steph. What did you make of those comments? Well, one of the things that's interesting is LeBron has never loved playing with young players, and I got it for the first 17 years of his career. He's smart. He wants to play with veterans who understand the game. He doesn't want to be a teacher or a mentor on the floor. But he should also understand now that when he was asked who he wanted to play for, he should probably keep an open mind and start pivoting to Trae Young or Giannis or Luka. The truth of the matter is, He bailed on D. Wade because he got old and rickety. He wants to bail on AD because he's gotten rickety. Steph breaks down too. LeBron tends to be a historian of the game and often romanticizes it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he's got to be able to adapt and understand. As he misses 20 to 25 games per year, he now has to embrace what Chris Paul has in Oklahoma City and Phoenix, playing with ascending, younger, talented players. Chris Paul now only has to play 31, 32 minutes a night. Chris Paul can miss games or a stretch, and the Suns are okay. Same with Giannis and the Bucks. As LeBron is aged, he can't play 40 minutes, nor can he play more than about 60 games max. Steph Curry is more of his current problem. Really talented, often unable to play because he's broken down physically. Here's a list of guys LeBron shouldn't play with. AD, Kawhi, Steph, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. Here's a list of guys he should. Luka, Giannis, Trae Young, anybody under 26 years old. Dear Colin, the New York Times wants its reporters to spend less time on Twitter and more time on journalism. As somebody who's been known to break a story or two, what do you think about this? Well, I'm so glad you asked. I have had this discussion with multiple people in my business for years. How, as a reporter, can you be viewed as credible and objective when I see you veering off and introducing your political leanings to me a dozen times a day? I saw this at ESPN over the last 4 or 5 years. A reluctance by management to put your foot down and say, you're a reporter, report. Listen, I worked in a lot of newsrooms. I've worked at ESPN and Fox. I can mostly guess the political leanings of the people I've worked with, currently or formerly. But I've been shocked by how far left or far right many of those opinions are. Some things you should keep to yourself. It punctures your credibility as a reporter. If I know going into any story, you have significant leanings in one way or the other. Opinionists, it's different. Report. Don't support. The New York Times reporters, my hunch would be most are liberal. I don't need to know you're off the rails liberal. Far left, zany, the world's going to end tomorrow, constantly woke, neurotic, fearful liberal. Nor do I need to know if you're a conservative on Fox News, you're alpha, you're alt-right, crazy right, January 6th didn't actually happen right. All bad for the biz. Stronger management. Please tell your reporters, keep it to themselves.